Hi, I'm Paul Rivera with the Audi Club, and this is the new Audi R8. The R8 is a mid-engine car with a normally aspirated, direct-injected, 4.2-liter dual overhead cam 4-valve engine with chain-driven camshafts. Like the Audi R10 race car that was its inspiration, it has a dry sump with a separate oil tank and an external oil cooler. The intake manifold is of a high-rise ram tube design, reminiscent of the days of multiple Weber carburetors. The air box has been fitted with special chambers to work along with the intake manifold to produce the sweetest and meanest tone when accelerating. The engine compartment is like a jewelry case, and the carbon fiber pieces as well as the glass lid make for visual pleasure to complement the kinesthetic sensations you experience from the sound and vibrations of this awesome machine. The R8 is so beautifully detailed. Notice the carbon fiber interior. This car has the optional carbon fiber package, which makes just the most beautiful display. This is a direct injected engine. There's 4 high-rise tubes that form the intake manifold system on each side of the engine that go into the intake plenum chamber, which is fed air through this huge air box. These long tubes are perfect for enhancing the torque curve of this engine, as well as creating some beautiful sounds reminiscent of Weber carburetors of a past era. One of the great things about the R8 is there won't be a $1,000 oil change like a 993 Porsche or the recent Aston Martins. Maintenance on this R8 is like any Audi, fairly reasonable. The R8 is and has become the second of 3 icons Audi has created. The first is the legendary TT, and the R8 was next. It has recently been followed up with the S5, Audi's most recent icon to be released. The lines on this car are so pleasing and sensual. From the Audi stylistic trademark of the single-frame grille, to the deeply sculptured fenders, to the carbon fiber blade, which is actually a cover for the air intake for the engine. And much like a beautiful woman's hips, the rear haunches and the rear end finish the touch. It's curvaceous. At the same time, this whole rear end just has the most beautiful treatment to it as it flows down along the sides with a scoop for the air intake, accented between the blade, and the blade is the dividing between the front and rear of the car. And coming down to these beautiful mirrors with the built-in turn signals, very much like a Formula One car. The front fenders are sculpted to form these large wheel well openings for the large 235 by 35 19-inch tires. Huge brakes stop this car like there's no tomorrow. The air intakes supply cooling for the brakes as well as for the interior air conditioning system. Large mount for the cooling of the radiator. Beautiful lights accented with the daytime LED lights. And this little thing here is like a fine little monocle. It says R8 on it. This is the part of the air diffuser system that runs from the front of the car to the rear that controls the airflow under the car. Since the top speed of this car is over 300 kilometers an hour, it's very critical what's done with the aerodynamics of this car, not only in the surface of the car but also underneath the car. The R8 has a drag coefficient of 0.345, the lowest drag of any sports car producing downforce. The drag does not cancel out the engine's power until a top speed of 186 miles an hour. The size of the large air apertures at the front and rear of the R8 was initially determined by the immense amount of cooling air required by the engine and by the brakes. It is a complex formula of caloric exchange and of thermodynamics that needs to be solved. The same design team that created the R8 race car was behind the exterior design of this R8 road version. In order to create directional stability, a complex diffuser underbody was developed in conjunction with the aesthetically correct, automatically extended rear spoiler. Multiple NACA ducts on the underside of the car direct air to cool the front differential, transmission, drive shaft and center differential, brakes, and engine compartment. It is more of a low-flying aircraft than a car. Audi has paid attention to literally thousands of small details in the design of this amazing vehicle. This close ratio 6-speed transmission has the shift linkage through the milled aluminum gate and gets the prize for the best shift feel ever. This linkage is the best shift linkage that Audi has ever made. Through this milled aluminum gate, easy to find the appropriate gear, spring-loaded, and it has just the most beautiful mechanical click to it. Audi quotes a 0 to 62 miles per hour acceleration time of less than 4.6 seconds. And frankly, I think that is way too conservative. A recent Road & Track magazine update to the R8 quotes a 0 to 60 in 4.0 seconds, and I think this is closer to the truth. The brakes are absolutely flawless in this car, with great pedal feel and immense stopping power. Large 8-piston alloy calipers in the front grip huge internally vented rotors, and in the rear, large 4-piston alloy calipers clamp on internally vented rotors, and a separate handbrake caliper is fitted. One of the most incredible feats of this car is the excellent suspension. Unlike a Ferrari 360 or even a Lamborghini Gallardo, where your teeth will fall out and your kidneys take a beating from the stiff suspension and rough ride, Audi with its Delphi-developed magnetic suspension is so cushy you will think you are driving in an A8. In the sports setting, it all changes, and the car immediately gets ready for super flat handling on the track or your favorite windy road.